Good evening and welcome to our Tuesday Night Live. We're so glad you're here. This live will begin shortly, and we're excited to share this journey with you. This is a space of kindness and encouragement, so let's be welcoming to everyone looking to better themselves. If you have questions, drop them in the chat or use the super chat to make sure it gets addressed. Thank you for being a part of our community. Let's make it a great night. Good evening. Happy Tuesday. Oh my goodness. Hey everybody. Welcome back to another Tuesday Night Live. Can you believe it's already July 1st? Like for real. July 1st. Can you believe it already? Chandra won't be joining us tonight. She has other obligations. She went to the gym with our middle child. She was just talking to me on the phone. That's why I'm a couple minutes late. She was telling me all about the fun things that were happening at the gym. She's going to be taking care of herself here, getting cleaned up, and then she's going to start some dinner for us. She was supposed to go out with some friends tonight for dinner, but, well, that got changed because one of the friends she's supposed to go out to dinner with got sick. But anyway, she wanted to let you all know that she does want you to know she thinks about you. She's going to miss you guys tonight. We'll most likely see you next Tuesday unless they reschedule their live for next, or their live. What am I talking about? Their dinner for next Tuesday, which will be fine. But anyway, outside of that, we will be jumping right back in like we never stopped doing BBB&E for July. I know there's a couple of you out there who had expressed interest that you wanted to join along. So we will be doing our best to post some stuff in our posts, talking about it on our lives here, our progress and all that stuff. But beef, butter, bacon, eggs, simple. Real holidays, no birthdays. We don't really celebrate necessarily the 4th of July like some people do with cookouts and all that stuff. Chandra's actually not picking up work that day. That is her scheduled holiday to work. So this year she's working 4th of July and Christmas. So, and, that's where we are right now. But anyway, let's jump into these comments and see what's going on. Carrie's already here, pulled up the boat. Who's going to carry the boat? It looks like our boy, Carrie, is going to carry the boat. Evelyn, hello, friends. And Sherry is in the house. Hey. I love you guys. I'm so glad you're here with me tonight. And Carrie asks, why do ginger snaps make great comedians? Their timing is so crisp. Today is actually National Ginger Snap Day or something like that. I believe that's today. I could be wrong. You don't know how this goes. You know what I mean? I just make stuff up, or I might be right. But I think today is National Ginger Snap Day. Let's see. Is today National Ginger Snap Day? It is July 1st. Indeed, National Ginger Snap Day. It's a day to celebrate this sweet and spicy cookie known for its molasses, ginger, cinnamon, and cloves. It is also a really cool, like, cheesy horror movie from like the early 2000s. I can't remember. Let me see when that came out. Let's see. Ginger Snaps came out in 2000. So yeah, it was a cheesy little movie. I forget who's in it. I can look it up on Internet Movie Database. I think it's some people who went on to be in other stuff. Let's take a look. I know you guys are like, I didn't show up for all this mess. Well, you know what? It's fine. Mimi Rogers is in it. I think that might be the only person that's actually of any. Let's see. Emily Perkins, Catherine Isabel, Chris Limchi. I don't know. That's enough about that. I thought it was a little different. But anyway, let's see. Evelyn says, "Good evening, Dustin, Sherry, and all the peoples." All the peoples. Yes, no, Chandra. I know she will she knows you miss her. She knows that you guys were really here for us, right? Evelyn, Evil Lynn says, "I bought some pork rinds at Walmart today. I only bought one, stupid hot for Carl, because I don't think I'll like it. I will try one piece though." So I was talking with Christy Davis. I don't know if you all know who Christy Davis is. Some of you may know her. Um, but we were talking today because she had bought me a bag of the Doritos, um the hot mustard Doritos. And I've been bugging Pork and Good pork rinds for a long time now, for as long as I've been an affiliate with them. So about 2 years, I've been trying to get them to make a spicy hot mustard, because it's like that Asian style mustard. So it has that like that horseradish in it. Like they get that nose burn that you like, or I like. And I think it's just a good flavor. And I mean, I'm not a big Doritos person. I could take them or leave them most of the time, even back in the before times. But I love that flavor, and they have them usually about every 2 years. So we had some about 2 years ago. I had a bag, and I had a bag this year. You know, I mean, that's the kind of thing that I like to do. If there's a good flavor, I'm in it. But I would love it if Pork and Good Pork Rind would put those out and put them in Walmarts. I'm an affiliate with them, and I stand to make no money with them putting their products in Walmart, but their products were so much cheaper, or are so much cheaper in Walmart. So if you can, please support them in the Walmarts. If you can find them, buy them. Let them know that you do support them. Being in Walmarts, the more you buy them, the more successful they are, the better they'll perform, and the more likely that Walmart will keep them. And because I mean, these times, these days now, where just so few actual items that are made well, that a keto person, or somebody who's not so strict carnivore with spices and that kind of thing, there's just a dwindling amount of things in the grocery store. And I understand that there's always a growing side of the process, like a lot of processed foods. There's the Quest bars and the Quest chips and all that. But there are a couple of companies out there that do really strive to put a decent product out there, like Pork and Good does. And like I said, I am an affiliate with them. I do have a link in my KetoSimple.shop. If you have never used the link before, or if you're signing up or doing whatever, it only works once. That's what I like about Keto Chow, is it keeps you working and working and working. As where someone like Pork and Good, you get a discount once, I get a kickback once, and that's really about it. But anyway, enough about that stuff. That's not what we're here to talk about. Kitchen Witch is here. Yeah, I did say Kitchen Witch. My brain, Tanya is here. Oh, yeah. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. Evelyn says, "I went to Walmart to get my movement challenge in, air conditioning. I set a step goal and didn't allow myself to stop until I reached it, working back up after twisting both ankles. Do the twist. You know, I'm proud of you, Evelyn. I'm very, very proud of you. And I hope Carl's doing okay. I texted him a little bit today, but he hasn't responded back to me. He's probably busy all day. But anyway, we're here. We're having a good time. Amy is in the house. She says, "Hello, I'm here, but I'm on the phone, so I can't listen, just here in the chat for now." That's okay. That's okay. I did see Evelyn, and I saw Amy in the chat today over on Neisha's page, on Neisha's channel, with her and Dr. Berry, talking about the next thing that I want to talk about. I did come with stuff. I came with things. I came with things. I came here. So if come on, change eventually. We'll see. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But anyway, you know who Dr. Berry is. You know who Nisha is. Trying to get it to open up. For some reason, it's not doing what I want it to do. Open link in new tab. Oh, let's see. This might be what it is then. Okay. All right. I think this is what it is. No, wait, nope, that's not what it is. That's what I want. Okay. All right. So again, I'm not a professional here, folks. That's why they don't pay me the big bucks. But anyway, they went live today to talk about their new proper human diet health coach certification program. And we've talked about this on our lives a couple of times, but this is the live open. So basically, applications are open now, limited spots. 200 is what I'm thinking is what they're basically saying, maybe 250 max for the first round. And I guess they kind of have to see, like, can they handle 200? Is that possible? Basically, the goal for them is to train qualified health coaches to spread proper human diet principles, keto, ketovore, carnivore, low carb, the full spectrum, right? To help people reverse diabetes, autoimmune issues, weight loss, and more. Basically, what makes this different? This is not a quick pay and pass course. You can fail it if you don't do the work. Now, Neisha was very adamant that she's not going to let people just fall behind. If you're actually trying to do the work, they won't just leave you behind. But if you just come in and you don't do anything, and you'll probably just be out. But that's kind of any coaching class that actually is taken seriously, right? Because you figure that Dr. Berry has built a big brand for himself as a reputable person. Not everybody likes, not everybody likes everything he has to say. Not even me. I can't say that. I think there's so many people out there, not a single one of them has it all right yet. And I think even Dr. Berry would agree with that. But basically what it is, it's hands-on weekly coaching, live Q&As, real mentoring, not just recorded modules. And I think that's most of the training that I've done since I've been out of school is just recorded modules. Nothing really classroom led. I did a couple of projects. I had a yellow belt project and a yellow belt 2 project when I was working in the office stuff. And I didn't really feel like I got a whole lot out of that. I don't feel like I really got much in the way of anything really for that. But, and they teach not just nutrition science, but how to coach real people, how to keep clients accountable, motivated, supported. And they'll also teach social media, business skills to get clients. How do you get clients? How can you spread the message through social media? A lot of you may not want to do the social media aspect. And Dr. Berry did and was very adamant about, and Neisha as well, is the fact that you don't need to really do social media. You will need a website. You have a place for someone to go to find out what you have, what you need, what they're going to need, how much they're going to pay you, what they can expect for that money, and to do all the transactions. And they'll help you with the taxes and everything going forward on how to handle that. And I think it's important at least to talk about this because some of you may not have thought about it. Some of you may have thought, well, that seems silly. I could just get a certificate from anywhere. It's $3,500. They are doing it's either 5 or 6 monthly payments available. So you don't have to come up with $3,500 right off the bat. Even still, like $600 or whatever it is a month is still pretty steep for most of us. And I'm still trying to figure a way for myself to pay for it. I did put my information and submit it to them. So we'll see if I get selected for the first round. They'll probably let us know in August and it'll be ready September 1st. So we're already in July, August, September. So we're coming up quickly. But I would also, if I don't have funding available, or at least the prospects of funding available, then I could always say, let me go for the second round or whatever the case is. As much as I'd like to be involved in that inaugural class of something awesome like this. But, so, basically, then it's like, who's it for? People ready to build a part-time or full-time career as a health coach. It's not just to help friends and family. Most of you know enough really to do that already. You can talk with your friends enough to get them to watch Dr. Berry videos or look at Chris Cook in Nashville and his recipes or, whatever you think might fit them better, whether they're looking for carnivore, keto, just low carb, just dipping their toe in. You kind of have an understanding of who might be a right fit for them. Is Maria Emmerich a good fit? is sending them more towards, Dr. Westman? Is that something that they would want to do? You have that understanding just by being in this community and absorbing as much of this information as you have. You know so much more than you even probably believe that you do. And so it's not really for people who just want to have more under their belt to help friends and family. Now, I want to help friends and family, and I want to help as many people as I can. So I think this would be something good for me because I am looking for a job. Why not have a job doing what I already want to do in the first place? So basically, they're saying that it's ideal for people who want to work in clinics with doctors independently. Doctors are hiring health coaches and more and more. And there's also things you can get jobs working in the corporate world, working and doing, getting a job at this, having contracted out this company to go and talk to this company, this group of people, and then they'll pay you X amount of dollars and you just talk to them for the day or do a 3-hour talk or whatever the case is. You build your plan, you basically sell them on what you're worth. And I mean, it's going to be a very lucrative business, especially coming now where there's so much attention on this. And there's the more low carb, the more keto, the more carnivore, the more that gets in the mainstream, the more doctors, like he said, they're going to be inundated with people who want to learn this. And most doctors don't have the time to teach that to you. Your general practitioner has 5 to 12 minutes a patient, and they have 70 patients to see a day or whatever crazy number. They don't have time to sit and explain this to you. They will pass you off to if they've contracted a group of coaches, you get paired up with one of those coaches, and that's how it's going to work. And I think that's pretty awesome. And that way you can grow and grow and really put like for me, put my money where my mouth is and help as many people as I can, because I say that all the time here on these lives that I want to help as many people as I can. But anyway, we're going to wrap this segment of this up. But basically, 6-month program, first 3 months, deep dive, educational, nutrition, coaching, psychology. Second half is going to launch your business, website, marketing, client systems, weekly self-paced and learning, optional Q&As, recorded, available. Start September 1st. Approvals begin end of July, early August. Unique selling points, as I'm reiterating here, respected certification. Dr. Berry's name carries weight. Doctors will recognize it, unlike random influencer certifications. Ongoing support. You'll get plugged into the network of coaches to swap referrals, because they also talked about the fact that you may not want to work with 80-year-old women. You may be more comfortable working with, men who are dealing with problems. Like for me, I will work with anybody until I realize it's not a good fit for me, because I don't know what I don't know yet, if that makes sense. But I think I would be better suited to help somebody who is like me, who has the same issues, struggles as me, because I know I'm not the only one out there. I know there's lots and lots of people just like me out there, just looking for a life raft to be thrown to them. So hopefully I can do that. Basically, how to apply, you go to phdhealthcoachacademy.com. And then there's a wait list and all that. If you're not getting the email, there's a support at healthcoachacademy.com. I did put this already in. Most of this information is already in my post that I shared there live today. So check that out. Anyway, back to the chat, because I've been so far behind, so far behind. Sean's here. Good evening, Sean. I'm glad to see you, my friend. Oh my goodness. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. And if I miss somebody and I didn't say your name and I just scrolled right by you because I don't see it, my apologies. Just be like, hey, you didn't say hi to me, and I'll say hi to you. But Andy's here. Hello, Andy and Susan. I hope you're doing all right. They had a fun little meetup yesterday or Saturday, whatever. I don't know what day it is, but I'm here. Andy said, got to spend time with the wifey since I've been editing all day long. Okay. We'll give our love to her. Andy said, long time no see, Evelyn, about 11 minutes. Yeah. Let's see. They're talking about pistachio sardine ice cream. Brian's in the house. Good evening, my friend. How many times have I said good morning? If I say good morning today instead of good evening, my bad. I'm sure I've said it just because I'm a goofus. I'm a goofus. Don't be a goofus. Don't be a goofus. It's Tuesday. LOL, it was fun while it lasted. Like cold tuna, like Andy said, creamy cold tuna. Ugh. Gross. Sean said something's missing. Or is it something or someone's missing? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Aaron here. Miss Booby Goats is in the house. Good evening, friend. I hope you're doing wonderful. Sharon Holloway is here. Yes, there we go. Sharon Holloway is here. Good evening, dear. I hope you're doing fantastic. I hope you're feeling well. I'm glad. There we go. There's the man of the hour, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Chris Cook in Nashville. Hiya, folks. Hey, Brother Beard. I love you, Chris. Woo, we've been busy. Chris has been busy. I mean, Victor's been busy. We normally have like a group chat, but like it's been like just nothing. Like we haven't really been talking much the last week or two. Of like summer's in full swing. I feel bad for Chris. They're on the go, go, go all the time. Like they're just building their empire. I mean, I can't say that I feel bad because they are doing exactly what they want to be doing, but I know they're busy. And I know they're just like, oh, so tired. But we'll be their cheerleader. We'll keep them going. We'll keep them going. Carl said, morning, just finished my coffee now. Time for meat and eggs. Really? Really? Is that true? You're just now having coffee? Or you drink coffee all day? This is Tuesday night live, not Sunday morning live. But I probably said morning a bunch today anyway, just because I'm a goofus. And he said, I have to go back and rewatch because my sister called. Well, that's okay. That's all right. Family is very, very important. And Brian is complimenting Erin on her interview with Dr. Nelson. Chris is hanging out by himself. He's saying hello to all you wonderful people. Yep, here Chris says Ash is out on a long overdue ladies' dinner. So it's me and the dog having all the foods that aren't Ash's first picks. Medium rare tuna steaks. Oh, that sounds so fantastic. I love super rare tuna steaks. I just love it like like seared on the outside. Oh my goodness. There's just something so good about tuna. I just love it so much. Let's see. Medium rare tuna steaks with sesame seeds and nori and garlic parm shrimp. Not carnivore. I was actually last night a guest over on, I got to bring up the channel that I was on. It was Carnivore Talk. I caught Carnivore Talk last night. Carnivore Talk was live last night because Rick was live on their channel, and I'll share the link here. Go follow Carnivore Talk. And also, Tuber Chat is live right now as well. Let me go ahead and copy this. Let me go ahead here. Tuber Chat is live currently. I'm trying to get to his channel so I can send you guys over there. If you have a channel and you want to help grow your channel, Tuber Chat's a fantastic resource. They do lives like 3 times a week. Here's that for you guys. Just drop in and say hello when they're live. Brian Doyle is in his sauna. That sounds fantastic. I love it. Yeah, Carrie says, I didn't know about a Ginger Snap horror B movie. It was so awesomely bad. It's like there's some movies out there that are just so bad, but you still love them so much. Oh my goodness. So many great movies like that. So Aaron says, my interview got weird. Everybody started talking about eating goats. And I got Dr. Nelson to say, booby. I want you guys to raise your hand if you don't like boobies. Just let, I mean, this is Tuesday night. It's not dark out, but you know. Anyway, let's see. Andy is eating pumpkin sausage soup for dinner. Oh, I do love that stuff. It's so good. Now I got to wait again to like November. November. Dear November. Ooh. Tanya says, I'm impressed. You know that movie? I used to watch a lot of movies back in my day. We didn't have anything else to do. We were too poor to do stuff. We just watched movies. And I had friends that worked at Blockbuster. And then I had Netflix back then. Like early on, I had the Netflix. Like when you pick the movie and they mailed it to you, I had like the 3-movie plan. So I'd have like 3 movies at a time. So really, we'd watch like 3 movies in a night. And I'd mail them back the next day. And then just wait. So we'd try to maybe watch 2 movies in a night because we didn't have anything else to do. I had like roommates and we just lived. We didn't really have responsibilities. You know, we didn't have kids. We didn't have any of that stuff. We were just movie time all the time. I cannot do that now when it comes to movies. I can barely pay attention to a single movie these days. Amy's telling her sister about the soup. She liked the soup. I like the soup. Oh, that's awesome. Aaron saying thanks to Tanya for the super chat. We love those. Cranky Carnivore Cutler's in the house. Good evening. Wasabi. Tanya says cinnamon wards off evilness. It also wards off bugs. You can sprinkle cinnamon out around your house and should keep bugs at bay, right? Allegedly, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know these things. The Doritos would be jammed. Tanya said, showing my love, Aaron, very welcome. And Cindy enters the chat 20 minutes ago. Going for a walk will be ear hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Sherry did not like those mustard Doritos. I loved them. I was talking with Christy, and she said that she's going to see about making the seasoning, like horseradish and mustard, and because it's so yummy. And I'm sure the Doritos ones is not clean at all, but we can make a clean one that's similar. Oh my goodness, I'd be so into that. It's like that Asian mustard. Oh, I need it in my life. Sean says Doritos was one of my weaknesses. I could eat a whole family-size bag and not even blink. I ate the bag in 2 sittings, really, while we were watching TV. That's the thing. Like, oh my goodness. Resident Alien is back on season 4 is back, and we watched episode 1 the other night, and we watched episode 2 last night of season 4. And yeah, super stoked for that show to be back. I love Alan Tudyk, but yeah, I was just eating those Doritos. Chandra hates the smell of those Doritos. I hates the mustard at all. So, you know, yeah. Oh, let's see. Charlie's in the house. Good evening, Charlie. Mr. Darth Carnivore. He and I were chatting it up yesterday over on Carnivore Grandma's live last night. And, you know, good evening, DJ Play Nice. He says, good evening. Thanks for hosting. Well, you know what? That's what we do. That's what we do. Scott Elliott's in the house. What's up, everybody? I love it. Evelyn says, I will join you for most of July for Triple B&E. I'm taking holidays off as regular keto. That's fine with me. I don't mind that. Aaron is complimenting Amy on her thumbnails. Holly Springer is in the house. Good evening, friends. Amy goes, thank you. Dustin taught me everything I know. I just look through thumbnails that have a lot of views, and I just kind of search and I kind of see what's trending and thumbnail design, and then do my best to replicate those. And I know some people don't care. Some people just like, but I mean, there's a science to it to a degree. There's a psychological component to them. You got to make people want to click your video. You got to make them with the title and the thumbnail. You have to make them feel like they're going to miss something if they don't click on your video. So, you know, that's the plan anyway. Let's see. Sean says, Dustin, we're going to get you a blinking live light so we know when you're frozen. Oh, am I freezing up? Or am I just sitting still? Who knows? I have no idea what's going on. Let's see. Carrie said Dustin would have to hide the antlers if he got paid the big bucks. Oh my goodness gracious. That's hilarious. Evelyn says, I want you and Amy to be the first round. We'll see. I imagine there's probably a good number of people. I don't know how many people they've signed up. Amy, did they say how many people have signed up already? I know they may have said it, but it didn't pop up when I went and I kind of took the transcript and narrowed it down. So yeah. Stephanie says, hello, I just got my keto chow order, which was packed by Evelyn. That is awesome. Chris said, I'd love to apply for the PhD certification, but I think it's one project too many for me right now. I'm sure it'll be great though. Well, and that's the thing is that if it's successful and they continue to do it, there may be a time and a place, Chris, where it makes sense for you. But again, you're doing awesome things. You're already working on cookbooks and you're trying to do all these other things. And I imagine there's probably even more irons in the fire that I'm not even familiar with. That you haven't told us about. But, I don't necessarily know if that's the direction you would take. I think you kind of found your calling with recipes and cooking videos and, and cookbooks. And I know that there's probably more in you, but that's completely up to you. I just don't know if you sitting down and working with 20 clients a week or whatever is truly like is necessary. Because, I don't know. I don't know if that's how you would want to spend your time. Sean says, okay, we need to take bets here. What's the first keto chow flavor that Cindy will use now that BBB is over? His bet's red raspberry. I think she mentioned it. I think she said it, but I think I know what it is, but I'm sure she's still in the chat and she'll talk about it. Amy said, Dustin and I are going to do it. I just got to find the money. I have an idea of how to do the money. I just got to have to figure it out and work it out and kind of get it in place before I present it, because, it could be, the difference between like a great idea that really works and gets people excited, or a great idea that's spelled out wrong and people are like, I'm not doing that, I appreciate you, Carrie, so very much for hitting that button 1,000,000,000 times +1. Yeah, Tanya, that's exactly how I feel. I never get sick of learning and hearing proper people's stories. And that was the thing that I kind of felt was lacking with the animal documentary. I thought it was a great documentary. It was snazzy and it looked cool, but I didn't feel like there was enough true stories in there. There wasn't enough heart in it, so to speak. Dr. Berry kind of talked about his struggles. I know like Bella talked about kind of like a little bit of her struggles. And there was the lady, I can't remember what her name was, but she was talking about her like binging and purging and all of that stuff, and how it truly kind of helped her get through that and stuff with her kids. And but I didn't feel like some of the like that was the one thing about the documentary, the magic pill. It was a compelling documentary because you followed this nonverbal autistic girl who didn't want to eat, and things that she didn't want to eat, and then basically they were cutting out the foods that weren't good for her anymore, and she put up the good fight. She maybe went a few days without wanting to eating any of the foods they wanted to have, and then eventually she just said, you know what, I'm eating this food, and she started to talk. So I think those things are hugely compelling. I'm just saying, like, my HbA1c went down to normal and this, that, and the other. Yeah, that's great for some. That's great for us who are already in this, but we have to make it compelling for the people on the outside looking in to make them want to make a full life transition. This lifestyle, this is not a diet. And I mean, diet culture is what it is. And diet culture thrives in this country because there's always a new diet coming on. There's always a new thing coming around. Like we just saw that with the sugar diet. It came around and it got a lot of people on board. You're like, oh, I'm trying this. I can't wait to try this. And trying it's fine, but I think how many people out there did it and didn't know what we know, or whatever, right? So diet culture being what it is, it's all willy-nilly. Well, I tried that diet for a month and it didn't really do anything for me, so I just couldn't stick with it, so I just quit it. This is I mean, what we're doing here is transitioning people from some of the worst ailments to health. We're really bringing people back from the brink, so to speak. I mean, I know I did that for me. That's one of the biggest takeaways that I have is I was all but resigned to just go the way of my mom. My mom my mom passed away at 59. My mom passed away at 59, but for like the 10 years prior, so before she was even 50, she was having heart attacks and strokes. She had a major stroke. But I think even leading into that, she had some smaller strokes that we didn't quite catch on to. They were like, when you look back, hindsight being 2020, there were things that happened with her where now looking back, I think, maybe she was having smaller strokes. She was having like all this incontinence and all this stuff, like just out of nowhere. And then, she had a real stroke and woke up with a real stroke and like, what are we doing? What's happening? This is crazy. And, and then she was in and out of nursing homes for a long time. Like the way, I tried to have her at home as much as we could, but just the layout of the apartment that we had, and there was just so many logistical issues with having her at home. I never quite felt like I was doing enough, but I mean, I know I can't think that way because I was doing everything that I could do at the time. I didn't have enough money to move us to a new apartment because most apartments are not going to accommodate that anyway. I didn't have enough money to move us to a house where we could have doors widened and all that stuff. So, I mean, it was just difficult because they wouldn't build a ramp. There's just all these things that they may have done now, but they wouldn't do then. So, I'm gonna restart my phone because it's looking wonky. But that stuff sits with me, and it probably will the rest of my days. But I was resigned to follow in her path. I'm gonna have strokes, and I'm gonna have heart attacks, and I'm gonna be diabetic, and I'm sure I was diabetic because I mean you don't get to be 400 plus pounds and not be diabetic, right? So that's what it is, and I was just like, that's gonna be my life. And then we found this way of eating, and that all changed. But it still took a big leap of faith for us to go, okay, let's try this. Let's do this. Evelyn is asking, did anybody see Ketogenic Woman's video on the cruise? She asked a handful of people there why. It was good. I love that. Charlie said, yeah, it was really good. I sort of let's see. I sort of rephrased Dr. Linsky's as add life to my years and years to my life. Yeah, because you don't want to live forever if you're like, I don't want to be 100 years old if I'm just staring into the corner at a nursing home. I don't want to be, invalid sitting staring, off into space and be 100 years old. Like when my life is done, let me go. But hopefully we can start adding life and years back to people's lives and not just extending their lives, but actually having meaningful, impactful lives for all of the time that they're alive. And I think that's a huge piece of this, you know. Let's see. Sean says, Chris, once all the other things calm down, LOL, you could have your own class on cooking. Exactly. And Evelyn says, yes, that was good, wasn't it? Yeah, to Charlie. And then Chris says, yeah, see, Sean, great idea. Keep your eyes peeled. See, peeled eyes don't see very good. And I mean, like remember like Halloween when you stick your hands in there, the peeled grapes, they're like, ew, it's eyeballs. No, those are peeled. That's keeping your eyes peeled. Carrie, eating cold tuna would be so not Gouda, is what I'm going to say. I don't like tuna salad, chicken salad. I don't like anything that's salad. I don't like pasta salad. I don't like any of that. Pasta salad, I take back. That was actually kind of good because it was like pasta with some dressing. Like it was, I liked it with Italian sauce, like Italian dressing with like some peppers and chicken. It was pretty good. Evelyn said, it's okay. It's because you're in the studio. You're going to be off all week thinking it was Sunday morning. I'm off all the time. Anybody who knows me and communicates with me on a regular basis. I mean, I'm just kind of curious that, I'm curious why Amy hasn't run for the hills yet. She texts me a lot. And I was texting Sean the other day. We were talking about music and stuff. That was yesterday. No, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I don't know. I can't keep up. Let's see. Sean says, well, two things are missing: a couch and Chandra, possibly a cat. Well, the cats live outside. And it's so much nicer because I can leave our bedroom door open, or I can walk through the living room and I don't have to worry about stepping in cat puke or seeing that they pooped or peed outside a litter box. One cat has basically, I think one cat has rehomed itself because we put them both in the garage. They had a place to sleep. They have food, water, everything in the garage. We cracked the garage about, this much so they can come and go. And I think we're going to put a cat door in the garage. And I don't see why we couldn't just cut a hole in the garage door, put the little cat door in there, and then, let them come and go as they want, and we can keep the garage door closed. But Bruce is stuck around. Thor, the white one, has rehomed himself. It's kind of sad, but it's like we understand, like, they just weren't living well in the house anymore. Two cats with 4 litter boxes? That's crazy that they weren't using the litter boxes. I don't understand. So it's what it is, Sherry said, hi to all who said a personal hi. I was listening while making Victor's strawberry jello. Ooh, baby, baby, I love jello. Tanya said, Dustin, it was cool to see you on another live. So serious and all business, very unlike you. Well, I can't come into somebody else's live and just be goofy. I'm in lives quite a bit. I mean, there are lives where I'm like super goofy and stuff. I do lives outside of this community. I haven't been doing them for a while, but I miss them. I miss my boys. We do movie lives. We talk about lives and stuff. Like it gets to the point where I don't think we can do them on YouTube anymore because we're pretty. It's pretty blue, if you understand what I'm saying. So I think that they're over on Rumble now, but I don't. This happens tonight. I don't even know what movie they're doing if they're doing it. I have been kind of super busy and haven't been able to be involved in that. But I love that. I love being on lives. I love just talking with people, sharing my point of view, hearing other people's points of view. Yeah, even Amy was like, yeah, last night was awesome. Then you can can the tuna steaks. Oh, I love tuna steaks. They're so good. Tuna with a nice teriyaki sauce. Yeah, there's like the G Hughes teriyaki sauce isn't that bad. It's a little thin. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Charlie gets it. Aaron is the greatest of all time, the GOAT. That's right. She thinks so too. She thinks she's the greatest. Let's see. Andy is waiting till Wicked Part 2 comes out. This might be a hot take, but I have like zero interest in seeing Wicked or Wicked 2. I'm not a big fan of musicals. Like, I remember when our youngest Hunter and I were going to the movies, and I said, "Hey, what movie do you want to go see?" Because I want to see Frozen. He was probably 9, 10, something like that. And we'd go out on a Saturday and we'd go get lunch. I mean, this is pre-keto. I think we'd gone to Firehouse Subs and got a big old sub, and then we headed over to the movie theater to see Frozen. And I'm like, I don't think you understand what this is. He goes, no, I want to see it. I'm like, are you sure it's gonna be singing? Yeah, yeah, yeah. After he's like, oh, I do blah 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah. It's just one of those things. I'm just not looking for. I don't look that it's not me. There's a movie coming out with John Cena where he's like he's living in a Toys R Us. He escapes from prison and he lives in a Toys R Us. That looks funny. There's a movie that I don't quite understand. It's Kevin James and Christina Ricci. It's like them. It's like a comedy. They're like John Wick, and they're like their dad's a hitman for the mob or whatever. That looks kind of fun. There's some other movies that are coming out, but like most movies these days, they're like trying so hard to be so creepy and eerie and kind of scary or whatever. I'm just like, meh. I like the funny. I like the funny like horror type stuff. Like I can't wait for the the Christmas movie that came out a couple years ago with the dad cop from Stranger Things, where Santa Claus is an old Viking and he's like making up for all the stuff that he did, I guess, by delivering presents. And it's just a bloody and gory and violent night. That's what it's called. I love that kind of stuff. It's funny. You're not taking it too seriously. There's a lot of blood, there's a lot of violence, but it's not realistic, even though it looks real, but like it's not realistic. I like that kind of stuff. Funny. It has to be funny. Holly says, sprinkle cinnamon around any area you want to keep a hound dog away from. Worked to keep my foster hound away from my tree with birds' nest and baby birds. Okay. Chris said, Ash got home, so I might disappear for a bit. Hopefully, I'll be back shortly. If not, we both love you all, and so does Mel. Well, we love you guys too. They're gonna go smoochy kiss. Ooh, smoochy kiss, smoochy kiss. I don't know. I don't know what's happening tonight, but I'm here. I don't know. Anyway, been watching too much Bluey. Anyway, Carrie said it took me 3 days to watch the new Mission Impossible movie. It didn't disappoint. I haven't really watched one since I was watching it, and I know it's dumb, but they were in the Burj Khalifa, the giant tower in Dubai, and like they hit a wall and the wall moved, and I'm like, I don't know if that you could tell it was a set piece, but I don't know, that bothered me. Evelyn says, while watching movies, it was family sized licorice and Dr. Pepper for me. Oh yeah. Sherry said, I tried the barbecue Dorito ones also. They were equally bad. I never buy chips because really not on the menu, but I wanted to try them and I love the avocado Doritos, but never see them in the stores anymore. Well, they usually do just these like limited runs. Tanya says cherry boobly tastes like Dr. Pepper. I don't know. I just can't. I've got to the point where I used to keep like the seltzer water in the house just to have the bubbles, but it just make me so thirsty that they're not pleasant anymore. They just don't, I don't know. I can't. Sherry said, Chris, I made the corn dog batter, but forgot the soda. Ugh. Taste was good, but they fell apart. I need to try again. Hmm. Okay. Sean says we need the blinking light to know whether you're just looking at something or if you're frozen. Well, the background moves, but it doesn't move very fast. Andy says, Chris, we made 30 90-second breads and had them at the meetup. And today I ate the last ones with my pumpkin sausage soup. So yummy. You know what would be really good with your pumpkin sausage soup is a whole bunch of Chris's crackers. Those sound delightful. Sherry said, whose live was last night? Carnivore Talks live was last night. I wasn't following them, so I wouldn't have seen it. But Rick was live and he was sharing it to his channel. So I clicked on his to talk to him. And then Carnivore Talk put the link in the chat for people to come in if they wanted to. So I came in and that was me, and it was another person so a couple of people I never knew before. It's pretty interesting. And there was a lady in there. I need to find out what her name is real quick. Let me see here. I appreciate all your patience. Hopefully we don't experience any technical difficulties. Let me see if I can look at my history. So Lexi Jones, carnivore for schizophrenia. I want to share her channel with you if you guys. She's only got 33 subscribers, and I think she deserves a lot more than that. So let me go ahead and I'll put her link in here as well, because she's got 33 subscribers, and I think she's got a lot to talk about. She just has 2 videos, one from 13 days ago, one from 5 days ago. Go over, watch it, comment on her post, let her know that you're watching. And, she's struggling and she's doing it for a huge reason. So I think it would be very awesome to support her. So go ahead and support Lexis Jones. And again, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. She was on a live with us last night for a little while, and I thought she was awesome. So she's very well spoken and just a nice girl. So go subscribe to her channel. It would really mean the world to me. If you guys are watching off of YouTube, try to do that for me as well. If you're watching over on Twitter or Rumble, try to go over to her YouTube channel and get her above. Try to get to her like 100 subscribers within the end of the week. That'd be awesome. That way she knows we're watching and to keep going. Because that's so important. Doing this for a ridiculously, like a super difficult thing to talk about, and she's talking about it. Even just 2 videos in the last 2 weeks, that's incredible. So we need to support those people at all costs who are coming out, sharing the hard things, because it's not easy. Okay, yeah. Tanya said that Bob and Carnivore Talk was last night. Dustin was the coolest. I don't know about all that. Cindy's still walking. Still walking. Carl says, I want to get a canine nutrition certificate. I'll let Evelyn get the people nutrition certificate. Yes. And Sean's talking about Rachel did an interview with Maria Emmerich. It was fantastic. I haven't had a chance to watch it. I don't even know if I saw it was a thing yet. But yeah, I'll try to get so many videos and so little time. Well, I was saying something before I got distracted to Andy. Andy, your soup, your pumpkin sausage soup with Chris cooking Nashville's Ritz crackers. I need like 20 pounds of his Ritz crackers. I don't think I'll ever make them. Oh, but I want them so bad. They're so good. I would just pour those into the soup, and love them till they were all gone. Mm. Oh, look, it's Matt Franklin. Hello, Mr. Franklin, Mr. Disney himself. I've missed you. I hope you and Sarah are doing wonderful. Carrie's getting tired, ready for bed, everyone. Well, have a good night, sir. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you sometime soon, my friend. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello to people. Who? Jeanette Cleveland is in the house. I'm watching that with my daughter. She's 24 and had a major MS setback. Just won't listen to me. I'm losing my daughter because the other voices are so much louder. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Jeanette. I don't know enough about MS to even be able to begin to help out. I mean, I know like I don't even know who the MS doctors are on the platform. So hopefully if anybody knows who they would be, but I mean, I know it's just so much different, to hear that stuff. Jesus says, I want to be 100 just so people can say he left too young. But I don't want to be like in a nursing home they're 80 and sitting there on 100. Oh, that sounds miserable. Just find a ditch and roll me into it. Take me to visit the panda bears or the tigers or the piranha, whatever, and let me get too close. Sherry said, looked at that carnivore talk. I don't normally tune in to the just carnivore channels. I can't relate. Whenever I have, I hear at some point eating my veggies is wrong and they make me feel bad. And that's one thing that I always want to talk to people about and that's one thing that I say is, you have these carnivore channels, you have these carnivore groups, and people come in, they're taking the first step to change themselves. And if the first thing you do is jump on them because they're having some broccoli or pepper or garlic or onion in their food, and that's not true carnivore, you're not helping anybody. You look like a douche canoe because you're not listening to what people are talking about. You're not meeting people where they are. And I know that people will come into a carnivore group and troll sometimes. But a lot of people truly stumble upon these groups and they want to better themselves. And if you're a person that just jumps on them the second they post something, then they leave and then they go back to doing what they were doing before, nobody's been helped. And I think if you're a strict carnivore, awesome. I support you being a strict carnivore. But you being a strict carnivore doesn't give you the right to tell other people how they should do carnivore. They're not doing it correctly. They're not doing it correctly for you, but are they doing it correctly for what's needed for them? I mean, even cats will eat grass sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, like we know dogs and cats should be primarily carnivore, but we know dogs are also scavengers and they'll eat just about anything. I was listening to a Joe Rogan episode and he was talking about his dog. Some build or cord or whatever, some kind of chicken stuff on the ground because it all tasted like chicken. Dog didn't care what it was putting into its mouth. It just ate what it knew what it needed, chicken. Didn't realize there was gravel in it. then there's that. It's like then people will feed their dogs or cats vegetarian diets or vegan diets, and then their dogs look like they're living in a house with a gas leak. That's a Joe Rogan joke. I can't take credit for that one, but it's so compelling. So, you know, we just have to be better. The same thing I saw over and over and over again 10 years ago, like 9 years ago, whatever, semantics, whatever. But I see it all the time. That's not really keto. Like when somebody comes in and they're like, "OMG, have you seen this product? I saw it at the store. It says keto," especially when all that stuff was first coming out. I remember somebody did that to me early on because we were buying just plain pork rinds because there really wasn't a lot of flavored pork rinds back 9, 10 years ago. So we'd buy the plain pork rinds and we would get those the popcorn salts, not the popcorn flavors or whatever. They like the nacho cheese, the sour. Take a portion of the sprinkle that in there and shake it up and then eat that. They're like, "Oh, that's terrible. It's got maltodextrin." I didn't know what maltodextrin was then. Did it matter at that point? I mean, probably, but I didn't know what it was. I wasn't looking for it yet. I was just excited to find something that was bringing a taste of before to now. And even still, I mean, I know there was probably a lot of maltodextrin in that now looking back, but I mean, really, sometimes you just got to let people have their moment, even if it is something that you wouldn't eat and they probably shouldn't be eating. Say me talking about getting the bag of Doritos sent to me. Is that the best choice I could have made? No. But the last time I saw those was 2 years ago. I haven't had Doritos since. I don't care about Doritos. Absolutely. But anyway, yeah. Now Charlie has a thing here. I would pay money to undergo training to become a CCN certified chef. That right there, like Chris Cook in Nashville culinary school. Woo! That would be awesome. Thomas is in the house. Good evening, Thomas. Target Prime Rib. He says, "Hello, Dustin." Cindy is back home now. Are you good and sweaty? Is it hot outside? Looks like everybody said your first keto chow is going to be red raspberry, but I honestly was thinking it was going to be something else. But I think because you said something earlier. So yeah, Sean's reiterating red raspberry. Tanya is saying that Cindy needs to clear something up. So I'm sure she will mention it here in a second. I know it's not chocolate toffee. I know that for a fact. Cindy said, inquiring minds. Tanya says, come on. Evelyn says red raspberry. Sean loved Violent Night as well. It's such a good movie. Cindy said, I will tell you, it will not be sardine ice cream. It will not be pistachio sardine ice cream. Cranky Carnivore Cutler's asking, wait, what? There's a sardine flavored ice cream? Awesome. That's amazing. Oh, look at that. Amy said, Cindy, I will drive there and make you some sardine ice cream. Yes. Sharon says the Hubs needs a haircut. See you later. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. I'm glad. Hopefully you're feeling better, dear. Cindy says you can come here anytime, but not for that. I would do anything for love, but I won't eat that. There we go. There's Cranky Carnivore Cutler's page. Everybody go subscribe, like, share, subscribe. All right. All right, we've got Lexi up to 39 subscribers. You guys are the best. I love you guys. You guys are so awesome. Target Prime Ribs said, "Oh, I missed it. Lexi is great. She is going to be on my channel tomorrow." Fantastic. Let her know that she needs to continue making content because what she has to say is so valuable. There's a probably, I mean, I would say there's a good number of people out there, and I don't think I've seen anybody touching on this particular topic. So any kind of information that she can provide is going to be so valuable. So hopefully she continues to make content. I hope everybody makes content, you know, like I hope um all of you guys, everybody needs a channel, you know what I mean? But not everybody's cut out for it. It's a lot of work. Brenda Foley's in the house. Good evening, Brenda. Cranky Carnivores gotta go. Have a good night. Andy says we can check the recipe save. Maybe we can get together sometime in August. That sounds great. I want to go up to the meetup. There's a meetup in Michigan. Charlie knows about it. I can't remember where it is right now, but like Dr. Kiltz is going to be there. I'd like to meet him. Carnivore Grandma's going to be there. Charlie is going. Amy is going. I think she said. Terry the Terrific is gonna Terry the Terrific or what Terrific Terry or whatever is gonna be there. I think I'm saying her. I'm probably saying her name wrong. Terry. Anyway, she's been on with Chris Cook in Nashville. She's gonna be up there. The downside is it's our granddaughter's birthday that I would not leave her. I would all of you guys at all. Not that I don't love you. I just love her a lot more. She did get a new haircut. She got a little bob, but it's so cute. So cute. I'll have to send it to some of you. The ones you know, the ones who've met her, let me know you want to see it and I'll send it over to you. The ones of you who know her name and all that stuff. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Sherry says, I know a lot about MS. My ex has it. It's a really horrible disease. It's insane. It's just crazy. Evelyn says, I caught myself rephrasing things on the cruise. I would say, I couldn't eat that. Change it to, that doesn't work for me on my journey. That's a fantastic way to look at it. And that's typically, that's typically how I look at things for myself. It's not that I can't have it. I don't want it. And if I wanted it, I would have it. That's how I look at almost everything. I don't even see, it doesn't matter what it is. Nothing is truly off limits for me. I can eat anything and everything I want. But what I want, on the whole, has changed. I don't want to feel like crap all the time. Am I willing to sacrifice my 20 minutes of food pleasure for feeling like crap for the night? Sometimes, yeah. Is that the best I could do? Is that the smartest thing? No. But I never said I was the smartest person in the room. I'm kind of dumb sometimes. But you understand, right? So, I look at it as I can eat anything and everything I want. We went yesterday to get the girl's haircut, and then she wanted some ice cream next door at the what's it called? Cold Stone Creamery. We went in, got her the tiny little cup of ice cream that she wanted, and then Shannon and I didn't get anything. If I wanted it, I would have ordered it. Because if I want something, I'm going to get it, because I have learned from myself that there are times that I should give in. And I know this is controversial. I know this is a hot take and this isn't going to work for everybody. But again, this is kind of what sustains me and has sustained me for so very long. 9 years into this, and I'm still keto, carnivore. I still feel my best eating that way 90 whatever % of the time. So sometimes, like the Doritos, like the hot mustard Doritos, I know if I don't eat them when they're around, then I'm going to be mad at myself for it. And then I'm going to take it out on something else. Well, I didn't get to have these Doritos, so I'm going to go and eat X, Y, and Z because I feel deprived. And that happened to us one night. I don't even remember what it was for, but we were supposed to do something. We were supposed to go out to dinner and we were going to have something off plan, but we didn't end up going. So I ended up at the grocery store buying something off plan anyway, because I already psyched myself up for eating off plan that I'd had to basically give in to myself. And I was that the best I can be? No. And would I recommend that for anybody else? No. But also, you have to get to know who you are. You have to understand who you are, because you're not me. And I'm not you, and I'm not Cindy, and I'm not Sherry or Evelyn or Carl. And I don't expect them to live the way that I live. I wouldn't expect hardly any of you to look at things the way that I do, because I look at things the way that I do because of how I was raised, my life perspective, all of these things. And that's just how it is. So, yeah. Carl says, I totally pay big money for a CCN chef training. Yeah, I would. I don't know if I would do it. Not that I wouldn't want to do it. I would probably like to do something like come in and film him teaching, help him film it, so I can kind of see what's happening and watch and get to be, kind of get to experience it, but not because I want to teach it or use it. There are things that I like about what Chris says in his videos. Okay, I like. It makes it sound like there's like the other shoe's going to drop. It's not the case. There are things that I pick out of his videos that I like more than other pieces of his videos. I like the way he's able to explain why things work together. Why, like with the 90-second bread, why his 90-second bread recipe works in the microwave, but it wouldn't work in the oven. I think that's super valuable. And I think that kind of knowledge that he pulls in and brings to the table is probably something that not a lot of culinary chefs would be able to do. Even top culinary masterminds. I bet you that, like, whoever, I don't know any big name chefs besides a Guy Fieri or whatever. What's the mean guy that cusses at everybody? That guy is like, you're stupid in stereo or whatever he says. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Cindy says, stay tuned for a short tonight. Short tonight. I need to pop out a short myself, because Costco has at least our Costco has their 5-pound bags of grass-fed, grass-finished beef patties for $22. So $22, $6 off. So like a dollar $1.20 off a pound. That's pretty incredible. So we have 4 packages right now. So I have 20 pounds of those burgers in my freezer. And I'll be the only one to eat them. But you get what I'm saying. Naomi Jones is in the house. Hello, Naomi. Glad you were here, dear. Thank you for joining us tonight. Matt Franklin says, everybody needs to come down to Florida for the Central Florida Ketos meetup in November. November. You know what, Matt? If I had the money, I would totally come down to all those meetups. If I had the money, you would see me all the time. I'd be like, high five, I'm a Disney. High five, I'm a Disney. But I don't. So maybe if I get this certification and I get on a path of a good career and I'm getting clients and I'm working corporate side of things and I make enough money to be able, I would do meetups. I would try to get meetups and go to all the conferences. I'd try to go to all the conferences and do in person, like schedule in person, whatevers. I would try to do all these things. But I would love to be able to come down to like KetoCon or whatever it's called now, or Keto Orlando, or even go to the ones like the super sciencey ones for the doctor nerds. You know what I mean? Like Low Carb San Diego. I'd love to be able to go to that. I'd love to continue doing, if I'm going to get an education or certification education, I want to continue learning and growing and being able to provide nuance to people. And yeah, I'd love to be able to afford to go to all those conferences, but airline flights and hotels and all that stuff, they don't pay you to go to that stuff. So, yeah. So, yeah. You can't miss her birthday. I don't know who we're talking about. Amy says, finally listening. My sister called. I'll go back and rewatch. So Evelyn says, sometimes if you deprive yourself, it makes you want it more and you'll be thinking about it until you get it. The problem with something like those Doritos, like I couldn't find them anymore. Like I saw them and I was like, nah, I figured they were going to be around a little bit. No, I saw them one time at Target. I saw them one time at Target and like on an end cap. I didn't get them. And then I was like, you know what? My birthday's coming up. I'm going to go buy a bag and hold it to my birthday. Target, nothing. Walmart, nothing. I didn't check Meijer, but I went to Kroger. I went to all the places that would have it. Gas station, nothing. They always have that stuff. Nothing. And then I made the post on Facebook, and Christy, she's a sweetheart. She goes, I'll mail you a bag. And I'm like, yeah, oh yeah. And it's been sitting in a box on my counter for a while. Then I finally ate it over the last couple of days. So I wanted to get rid of them before July. Here we are in July. So, yes, Reese's cluttered kitchen is in the house. Better late than never. Truly appreciate you, my friend. And we're probably going to end this here in about 10, 15 minutes or so. I have this set to send you guys over to Keto Chow. They're going live at 9 o'clock tonight, I think. That's what I think. That's what it said. That's what they said, I think. Keto Chow. Yeah, just a little early, July 1st, Tuesday Night Live, Keto Chow. They're going live at 9 p.m. So we'll stop. If I can get caught up, I'm not too far back with the comments. About 10 minutes or so. We'll wrap this up and send everybody over there. Just tell them that Dustin sent you to KetoSimple. You know who I am. Oh, let's see. Jeanette Cleveland says, I'll be off plan in a few weeks because we will be in Indy in a few weeks for Gen Con. Oh, I live in Indy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I live in Indy. I know where Gen Con is. I'm not going to Gen Con, but I know it'll be at the convention center downtown. Oh, yeah, on Maryland Street. Yeah. Let's see. I got to stop doing that voice. It's not a very good voice. It's pretty dumb. But I'm here. Risa said to Amy, I watched your meetup video too. Looked like a lot of fun. Evelyn said, my mindset changed from wanting something so bad to I can make that cleaner myself. My movie snack these days is off the charts delicious. Popcorn, schmopcorn. Mine is better. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Gordon Ramsay. He's the mean one. I think it's all really for effect. I don't think he's really that mean, but maybe he is. I don't know. And my butt fits in the seat when I eat clean. Yes, hashtag winning. Cindy says, and were you able to figure that out all about commenting? Yes. Amy said, I want to come to the Florida meetup. I just met Nancy Tanner. I want to go to all of those. I want to go to all of them. Amy said we could be speakers together. I actually have thoughts on things that we could do together. Like if I get a certification, I know if you get a certification, and I think I have some ideas because I think there's some definite like a male female partnership that would go like answering questions for women in the audience, men in the audience, that kind of stuff. I think that would be kind of cool, but really depends on what your outlook is and what you want to do. Especially for the corporate events. Yeah. The Indiana PhD coaches. We'll have to see how that all works out. You know what, Cindy? Put them up. Put them up. Put them up. I mean, you have to click on the button that says you want to go. It doesn't just automatically shoot you over there. It gives you the choice, Cindy. You know? Naomi says, if there was any meetups in and around closer to where I live, I would love to come. Where are you, Naomi? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. And we'll see if we can figure something out. And what's a radius? How many hour radius do you mind driving? Because I usually do most of the meetups I go to are about 3 hours, 3 hour radius. So I'm usually going like Cleveland, Columbus, like the Kalamazoo one is the one in Michigan coming up, and that one's like 3.5 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours. I don't think it was 3 hours, which is not a bad deal. 3.5 hours, something like that. Yeah. Evelyn says, my brother's a huge gamer, Jeanette. I grew up in Chicago, so lots of gaming conventions. Yeah. I mean, if he truly is nice, I also understand that. I used to look at like Guy Fieri and be like, man, what is wrong with that guy? What is wrong with that guy? Like he just has that look about him, and you know what I mean. But I guess he's one of the super nicest guys. He was on Rogan. I got a chance to listen to his whole story, and that's pretty awesome. And Jeanette says, Dustin, you have to just come to the food trucks. They're so amazing. So Jeanette, there's one thing that if you have a chance, whether you're entering or before you leave, while you're coming in town or out of town or before you head out of town, there is a restaurant about 25 minutes from Gen Con. It's called Rockstar Pizza. They have a full keto menu. I've taken, Andy has been there with me. I don't think has Susan been there. I don't remember. I think has. Andy's been there with me. Cindy and Brian and all these people have come. Like, RSK, Ready Set Keto has been there with me. Dawn does keto. They've been there with me. It's a great time. So if you have a chance, let me know and maybe we can meet there or something, and we'll maybe have some keto pizza breadsticks or something. It's really delicious. They have a whole menu. Soup, salad bar, all that stuff. Super awesome. Yeah, Naomi, there's lowcarbevents.com. See if there's anything near you. Amy wants to help people. Cindy said we would lose. Amy says, call me. Now or later. Now or later. Those are candies. When I was a kid. Naomi Jones. Evelyn, yes and no. Hard to find anything close to Arkansas. Okay. At least we have an idea of where you are. Steph, when is Kalamazoo? It is August 30th. Saturday, August 30th in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Amy says, I think KZoo is in August. Steph, are you and Dustin going? I probably will not be going because it's the granddaughter's birthday. Her birthday is that day. She'll be 7, and I don't think I'll be leaving town on her birthday because I couldn't do that to her. I couldn't do it to me. I would feel awful. I want to go. I would like to go. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Andy said her and Susan had takeout the night before Seattle took it back to the hotel. Yeah. Jeanette says we do Waffle House on the way out because thankfully Wisconsin doesn't have any of those. So you're not even that far. You're in Wisconsin. We're in Wisconsin quite a bit. My sister-in-law lives up in Wisconsin. She lives in the Waukesha area, like just west of Milwaukee. She doesn't live all that far from where Steve from Serious Keto lives. He's in Waukesha as well. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I love it. The last time I was in there, I had they have a broccoli cheddar soup that I really really like, and they have an Asiago cauliflower soup that's really good too. Super good. Jeanette says, "Yep, that's you." Also, you live in that area. You live in that area. Do you get to go to? Jerry's not here tonight. Jerry will talk about it. She's up in that area somewhere, and she talks about that. I love that grocery store. It's like an actual still 24-hour grocery store, and they have all kinds of cool stuff, and I love it. It's I can't remember what it's called. Yeah. Kenneth Pattinson's in the house. Stacy and Ken, hello to you all. I love you guys. You and your wife, you're amazing. I hope you guys are getting the rest and relaxation you need. You know, hope you guys aren't working too hard. And so yeah, you live near Waukesha, close to Steve. I want to do a meetup up there. I want to get Woodman's. Yes. I want to do a meetup up there so I'd like to meet Steve. He's been on one of my lives before. But yeah, I'd like to meet him, and I'd like to meet all of you guys up there. And I know there was somebody who tried to put a meetup together up there, and it didn't really pan out. I'd like to rectify that. So yeah, I mean, and try to build it around when I'm going to be up there, like when Chandra is visiting her sister and all that stuff. We can plan something in the Waukesha area, in that area up there. There's tons of restaurants and tons of things to do. There's always a Buffalo Wild Wings somewhere we can get together. It doesn't always have to be some big dramatic affair, but we can always figure something out. I know Jerry, I know if you live in the area, Jeanette, maybe you know of places that would work that don't cost money. So I'd rather not charge anything if possible. But yeah, but Naomi Jones says, might be neat to be able to do a meetup in Branson, Missouri. Branson, Missouri is a definite destination as well. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Might be kind of cool to do it in the off season, the Branson off season. That way it's not so expensive to be there. Because I kind of feel like I don't know when the off season of Gatlinburg is, but like doing like the meat stock in Gatlinburg is expensive because it's Gatlinburg and you're paying a touristy price to do something like that. But yeah. Stacy, she says, here now, no nap after all, but I got the garage clean. You know what? I need you to simmer down, Stacy. Need you to simmer down. Now I don't need you to stop completely, but I need you to know it's hot outside. And you haven't been feeling all that great. And I need you to not be doing so much. Maybe get one of them good-looking boys in the neighborhood, pay him a $20 bill, have him do something for you. You know what I mean? Something like that. Evelyn says Kalamazoo is Saturday, August 30th, 12 to 4, $25 after party, 4:30 to 7:30, an extra $10. That's not bad. I'd be getting home at it's like 3 hours for me. So 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10. What am I talking about? I stand around and talk for an hour after whatever's over anyway. I'll stand around and talk for days and days. It doesn't matter to me. But yeah. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this because it's 9:01. I love all your faces. Head on over and say hello to Keto Chow. Tell them I sent you. I love all your faces. And here's the credits, everybody. See you on Sunday.